Good Wednesday, everyone. Looking at our Upper Cumberland Federal Credit Union weather headlines. A cold front brings elevated rain chances for today, so we can look forward to that, especially for those of you who have been getting missed on the showers and thunderstorms and you've still been looking for your chance of rain. Today, you just might get it. Relief from the heat and the humidity comes for everyone by tomorrow. So if you've been waiting for a break from that, that is on the way, and you're going to get a real good break from that come next week. Just giving you kind of a preview. Next week's temperature is looking well below normal. Some of us may drop into the upper 40s for overnight lows some nights next week. So stay tuned for more on that. And we're watching the tropics. It still continues to be active. And speaking of which, we have Hurricane Erin, which is between the U.S. East Coast and the island chain of Bermuda, and it will slide right between the two of us. So the worst that's going to happen to the east coast of the U.S. is rough surf, and some of that surf is very rough. So folks who built their homes right on the coastline, they could be in for some troubles, but no major wind, no major rain, no major flooding. It's just, we've just really dodged a big one on this one because Hurricane Erin was a very intense storm. Now, there's another area to watch behind it, but that is going to lift out to sea and could possibly directly impact Bermuda, but not the east coast of the U.S. And then another area to watch closer to Africa looks like it's going to encounter some very hostile environmental conditions by the weekend. So even if it does spin up to something between now and then, it looks like it may not survive the weekend. So we'll keep an eye on things. So the tropics always active this time of the year, so always got to keep your eye on it. Premier generators bringing us our level of concern. Just watching out for some thunderstorms that could drop some very heavy rainfall. We've already got some on radar this morning. I'm watching a storm near Cookeville sliding down towards Sparta. It's producing some heavy rainfall, and so we've already got some activity out there this morning. We'll see more as we go through the day. Clearview Closet and Blind brings us our 5-day forecast, and 70% chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms as we go through our Wednesday. Highs in the mid-80s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, highs in the low 80s. Can't rule out an isolated shower. That's why I've got that 10% there, but most of us are going to stay dry. Friday, 30% chance, then Saturday, 50% chance, and then back down to a 30% chance on Sunday. And Sunday's rain chances have been trending a little bit drier, so don't be surprised if rain chances come down a little bit more on Sunday. But definitely looking like a decent 5-day forecast. Got highs in the low 80s, and look at that, 81 and 81 on Saturday and Sunday. And then as we get into next week, we'll drop on down into highs in the 70s. Premier generators bringing us our severe weather outlook. And again, we're level 1 for concern, but we're also got that low concern for that flash flood risk from any storm that produces the heavy rainfall. On this day in weather history, brought to us by Bramall Travel, 1886. The 1886 Indianola hurricane destroyed the town of Indianola, Indianola, Texas. Back then they didn't name the storms, so it's kind of dated them like this is the 1888 Indianola hurricane. And had such a significant impact on the history and economic development of Texas. So there was a rivalry apparently between Galveston and Indianola. And this settled that because Indianola was practically destroyed. So then the major port became Galveston. But then the Galveston hurricane of 1900 caused everything to move more to Houston. So now Houston is the major port. My goodness. So how hurricanes can change things, that is for sure. 1983. Nashville's high of 101 is the first of 4 straight 100-degree plus readings. So 1983, a sizzler for sure. You folks have a wonderful Wednesday and keep looking up. And for even more weather information, just go to meteorologistmark.com or download that Meteorologist Mark app. It's free from your app store. You folks have a wonderful day.